What's up, everybody in YouTube land? This is Mickey with Mickey's RC, and as I'm sure a lot of you know, Traxxas officially announced the MINI MAXX today, and I am super excited about it. This video is just going to be kind of like a rambling about the truck. Um, a few days ago, I was actually doing a like a comparison between like the images that were released of they had like a little event where they were showing off their new trucks or whatever, and I guess some of the people who were invited had to sign like non-disclosure type things so that they couldn't share any details about it until I guess today, the 10th. And anyways, I'm not crazy at all, so I pretty much I pretty much took the images that were released and compared it to the specs of like the ESC and everything. I just really wanted to know how or like what size the actual truck was going to be. And so I came up with these measurements and then I converted it down here to I guess how it would compare to the TRX-4M and the 16th scale Mini E Revo. And what I came up with was a uh, length from axle to axle of 200 millimeters, wheelbase, whatever you want to call it. But it actually ended up being 220. So this is the actual truck. Not that this really matters now, but you can kind of see how far off I was. Not too far off. But here we can kind of see that's what I came up with. And it's actually a little bit bigger, which I'm super excited about because I thought that was a little too small. That's what she said. But I feel like that's the sweet spot. And, if I take this and compare it to the 16th scale Mini E Revo, you can see, look at this, 5. Again, this is just a rambling video, so if you don't like super long videos, probably not gonna like this one. But for those who are super excited about this truck coming up, you'll probably enjoy the visuals. So yeah, I'm super over the top excited about this truck. There's one thing that I do not like about this truck, but you can't get everything that you want. So anyways, here's just, the actual size MAXX compared to the other MAXX, which you can kind of see on their website. And I did a bunch of like scaled comparisons. Again, I was gonna upload this exhaustively long video comparing all the different specs and how I came up with what I came up with, but it doesn't matter now because Traxxas already put the stuff up on their website with much better pictures. So anyways, I'm super excited. Again, the XMAXX was just too big of a truck. I feel like the larger the truck is, the less fun it is to play with. Maybe that's just me. I feel like the smaller the truck is, the funner it is to play with. I've got an XMAXX. I use it to chase the geese off the edge of the lake or whatever, but it's not fun to carry around. By the time you get out to the park with it, your arm's already hurting. Just walking it out to the jumps. And the Max is kind of on the heavier side too. I have a Max. It's one of my favorite trucks. I was super excited when it came out, and I watched a ton of videos on it. And I think I've had 3 since it came out. My favorite one being the V1. I don't like the wide max stuff. I think it kind of takes enjoyment out of driving the truck. Kind of like an e-Revo 2.0 to me, where you just do whatever and the truck just grips the ground. That's not fun to me. I like just to have for the truck to require a little bit more user input to keep it on the ground. But the Mini Max, I can't again tell you how excited I am about this truck. I'm buying 2 of them just to buy 2 because I've been wanting one for so long, and there's so much stuff to go over. Okay, so Mini Max. Um, This is by far, I think, the coolest truck Traxxas has ever came out with. If you look over here, you're getting full 10 scale driveline, which is crazy. This is what the telescoping axles or whatever you want to call them on the Max look like. And on the Mini Max, they're the same thickness, they're just shorter. This is going to make the Mini Max just as strong, if not stronger, than the Max. Um, I just everything about this truck is awesome. You get the three-piece, chassis just like the Max and the XMAX. You get full-scale electronics. You get like super beefy A-arm, super beefy drivetrain. Um, Normally I'm not super excited about stock Traxxas tires, but I felt like the compound on these tires were just a little too hard for the Max. But I feel like they've like shortened it up a little bit on the smaller scale tires, and I feel like these will probably do really, really well off-road. I'm really excited to take a look at those. For 250 bucks and including a little Traxxas battery, normally I'm super, super quick to get an aftermarket LiPo from SMC. I love their batteries and I love their graphene batteries that they have too. I pretty much run that on all of my trucks. But for 250 bucks and they're including a battery and a little USB-C charger, that's crazy. I'm probably just gonna run that battery. So much to go over. I thought they were gonna have the GTR shocks on the truck from the factory. I guess they're not. They're gonna have like the cheaper ones on there. And on my Max and everything else that I have, I always buy like the fanciest stuff for the truck just because I love the truck so much and I want the nicer stuff on it. But like on my 16th scale Mini E-Revo, I still have the plastic axles on that truck and they're not worn down at all. And these are the same ones, same thickness, same durability that they have on the 10th scale Max. These plastic axles are never going to break. I feel like they're just going to last until the end of time. I just really excited about that. I wish they would have just put GTR shocks in there to begin with, but for 250 bucks, I feel like this is I just feel like the truck far exceeds the value for the first time and I don't even know how long. Normally Traxxas trucks, I feel like they're a little overpriced, but for 250, these beefy A-arms, these amazing tires, the sledgehammers, the axles, the made in Taiwan electronics, um, I mean everything about this truck is awesome. Let's look at some of these studio shots. Um, Again, trenchers, or excuse me, not the trenchers, the sledgehammers. I feel like these are going to be great. I feel like they designed them extremely well for this scale truck. Um, I'm just going to say it right now. I absolutely hate this this whole section right here. The servo and the bell crank and the servo linkage, I think is absolutely hideous. I'll get into that a bit later. Ground clearance, awesome. It looks like when they took these product shots at a couple of uh, these little screws down here have a little bit of surface rust on them, but overall just amazing design. You can see they've got the screws right here to move or adjust the motor mount if you want to adjust your gearing ratio, which I feel like out of the box, Traxxas normally hits it right on the head. I feel like it's gonna be perfect. Um, this all looks great. So excited about this truck. These things are always useless, but I'll probably just leave them on this truck. Look at this. Amazing. Amazing. I love it. Everything about it. It just, the more, every picture I look at, the more excited I am about this truck. I'm, I know people say 10th scale is a sweet spot. I feel like this is more of like an 8th scale truck, but I feel like this scale of this Mini Max is like the perfect scale, hands down, for me anyways. I think it's amazing. It's light. It'll be fun to take it to the jumps. You can take it with you anywhere. It doesn't take up a lot of space. It's easy to carry around with you. all of the components are extremely durable and high quality. I feel like how can you beat that? You can't. That's crazy. I'm telling you, man, throw some GTR shocks on here, which is unnecessary, but throw some GTR shocks on here. What else do you need to upgrade? The servo, of course, the servo is going to be horrible. The servo is going to be hands down what's going to ruin this truck. I could just everything about this truck is amazing. And then the RC gods were just like, nah, we have to nerf this. This is too good of a truck. I mean, again, look at the 10 scale max axles and then look at the MINI MAXX one. They just shortened it up. They didn't shrink it down. They kept everything as beefy as they possibly could. That is crazy. Look at the drivetrain. Maybe, maybe you can upgrade this plastic center drive shaft with an aluminum one, but honestly, sometimes I like extra plastic parts because they absorb some of the shock. But on a truck this small, I feel like an aluminum one would kind of make it a bit more responsive, would make the front end a bit more responsive since it's pretty much transferring the energy this way. But man, I feel like that plastic one will hold up, which this is just overwhelming. Look at this. I'm not sure if the Mini Max has a center diff. I'm pretty sure it's going to. Um, the Mini E Revo didn't come with one. You kind of had to add one on there, but no, it does. Yep. Center diff. Amazing. Amazing. Yep. It's got the center differential. Amazing. For 250 bucks. Charge me 500. I've never offered to pay more for a Traxxas truck. Normally I'm like, it's a little overpriced. This is amazing. For 250 bucks, I'm buying two of them. I swear to God, I'm gonna buy two. Is that? Oh, I thought this was like the not the Hilo. What do they call it? Where it's like angled a little bit. It's not. Amazing. Garbage. Garbage. I cannot wait until Reef comes out with an alternative that'll fit in this truck because they will sell thousands of them. Everything on the screen right now is hideous. I love Traxxas to death. All of my trucks, boats, everything Traxxas. Every Traxxas truck that I have, these come out immediately. I don't even know why they put them in there. It's crazy. It's such a beautiful truck, and then they ruin it with this, which is crazy. That's the only thing I have to complain about. But again, this is hideous. I don't know why they couldn't do the linkage more, kind of like how they did on the TRX 4M. I just, you've got the servo saver, which goes to this linkage right here, and I don't like that because as this turns, this comes up, and it's just, you got this like ball pivot and this ball pivot, and these kind of wear out pretty quickly over time, and it's, I just know this is going to be a pain. I do not like this design at all. I hate it. I hate it. Maybe I will hate it less once I get it. But I'm just, when I saw the spy shots and I was looking at this, I couldn't really tell quite what was going on from this angle, but I didn't like it here, and I like it even less now that I can see it in a high res image. Super excited about these stock Traxxas tires. I feel like these are going to be, I feel like this is going to be the first Traxxas truck that I don't take the stock wheels off of. I really like what I'm looking at right here. I feel like these are going to pair extremely well with the truck. The clipless body, I mean, you just keep getting more and more and more out of this truck. It's crazy. I would have bought this if they had the little body clip pins on it. That's how excited I am about this truck. And they're like, nope, we're going to put our clipless mounting system on there on top of everything else. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. Oh, I'm so excited about this truck. I'm just telling you, hands down, this is going to be the best, most durable, most funnest truck that you've ever owned before if you buy this. Look how beefy and chunky everything is. They literally didn't scale anything down. They were like, man, we're just going to take everything that we have. I think that even might be like a full-size part right there. That's crazy. You can tell this is probably the same part off of like the older 10 scale Traxxas trucks, but same with these shocks. They use a lot of the same parts, but you're not going to be able to break this. Look how this is crazy. You could literally throw this off of the tallest building you have access to, and I promise you, it probably won't break. That's crazy. That's unreal how thick and chunky and durable all of these parts are. I wasn't expecting that at all. That's crazy. That's nice. Um, looks like no, they'll probably have like a hinge pin set for this as well. Unless no, no, they won't have a hinge pin. There's no extra. Unless I'm looking at it from the wrong angle. And the hinge pins are on the other side. No, they'd be on that side. So confirmed, there will not be a hinge pin set for this truck because there aren't any extra holes on the truck unless this is covering that up and I can't see it. So beefy, so chunky. That's crazy. I can't believe they made the parts just as thick as they are on the Max, on the Mini Max. That's crazy. You're gonna have to really go out of your way to break those. That looks like a plastic spur. I'll be upgrading all the drivetrain components with metal. Maybe aside from the center drivetrain, I'll have to see. I kind of like how they took the bumper and they moved it up here instead of it coming down here. I feel like that may make it a bit easier to work on the truck from back here. Have better access to better serviceability, if you will. Oh no, I'm thinking of something completely different. That's normally where it's mounted at. This is just missing the wheelie bar. That's why I don't see anything going right here. Interesting. I honestly I take the wheelie bars off all my trucks anyways. That's again just me. I just like to be able to learn how to drive the truck better without just relying on the wheelie bar to take up pick up the slack when I hit the gas. Love everything about this truck. Every part about it except for the servo and the steering linkage. I don't like that at all. Completely useless part. I don't know why Traxxas puts that on there. Um, no matter which angle this gets hit from, it's not gonna get the body. I mean, I guess it'll. I'm gonna leave mine up there. I haven't taken off my Max, but interesting. Again, hideous. I hate this. I hate this so much. I wonder if this is a portion to hold the servo in place. It's definitely not gonna have the same, or it definitely doesn't have the same servo placement, design, etc. as the Max. Um, But wow, just everything about this truck is amazing. I personally love Traxxas electronics. They always work. I mean, I use a TQI transmitter and the TQI Bluetooth adapter for all of my trucks. I just love Traxxas electronics, aside from the servo. The ESCs and the motors, they just always work and work and work and work. I never have any issues with them. So again, I'm excited that it, of course, has Traxxas electronics in there. And it and an antenna. Let me say this again. An antenna less ESC, I believe, which is exciting to see. The cheapo shocks, the uh the gear mesh alignment portion right here. That's awesome. I'm probably gonna keep the stock gearing. Um, if I keep the stock tires on there, I'll probably keep the stock gearing on there. So it'll probably stay in that position. And some of these action shots, I love so much that they didn't make this a wide max, but I promise you they are going to make this, or they're going to come out with a wide max kit for it because people will buy it. I feel like it'll take some of the fun out of the truck because it'll require less skill for you to drive it, but I love it just like this. I think it's amazing. I think it's amazing just like this. I think it's perfect. Sans the servo and the shocks. I feel like this truck is amazing for 250 bucks. That's crazy. And then look, a little book bag. It'll clearly fit in that. Um, I just noticed something. You only get the cheapo transmitter with this truck. I'm surprised they don't have the TQI one with the so you're not gonna get the what do they call it? The traction, steering, stabilization, where it helps you adjust the I'm having a brain fart right now. I've been talking for 20 minutes now. The TSM, I think is what it's called. You don't get that on here. You only get the steering trim. Interesting. I don't like that, but for 250 bucks, I can't really complain. I feel like I'll probably just end up taking the ES or the receiver out of maybe another truck and putting it in here. I feel like it also would be fun to not have the TSM on there. Interesting. Wonder why they did that on such an awesome truck. Again, you really can't complain for the price. You can't complain. The green and black looks amazing. I definitely want one of these. That colorway looks, it almost looks like the Monster Energy ones that they have. I love that colorway. Never been a fan of the orange stuff. The blue reminds me of like the first colorway they came out with for the original Max. The black with the metal flake inside, I mean that looks cool too. Yeah, I want a green one and a black one. Guarantee gonna buy two of these on the release day. I cannot wait to get this truck. Oh my God, man. This is like, if you're a Traxxas fan and you like smaller scale stuff, you're gonna buy two of these on launch day, guaranteed. The light kits, I've never bought a light kit. I don't like the extra wiring on the truck. I like to keep my truck as simple as possible, but I don't know, man. I might get a light kit for once. It's so cool. What a cool truck. Oh my God, man. Okay. We've worked through all the images. What else about this truck? You can see they have the GTR shock options. Oh, view all accessories. They've got, they already have aftermarket servos, which they should. I don't know why I'm on Canadian right now. What did I do? Oh, I think I was looking on the Canadian Traxxas website to see um, if they had like re-released if they had put like the MINI MAXX details on their website beforehand. This is interesting right here. I'm not sure what servo that is. I'm guessing it's this high torque 600. Um, the LED light set. What is this? Blue and green. I guess you can like get custom color. LED light set complete underbody. Oh, you can get underglow lights. Oh, these are the little side rails in the truck. So um they replaced the here I'll show you. These little guys right here. Um right here. You can get underglow lighting. That's kind of like that. I kind of like that. That's crazy. They went crazy on this truck. So you can get the overhead lighting, the taillights, the headlights, and underglow body lighting. That's awesome. Okay, that's pretty cool. Man, I don't even know what to look at. This truck is going to be awesome. I cannot wait to get again. I'm buying two of these guaranteed. Also, on the features list, you get your good electronics, you get the charger and battery, crazy for the price. Full scale, 10th scale electronics, clipless body, modular, da 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 da, garbage servo, cheapo suspension. So we covered all that. Bumpers and skid plates. Wheels and tires. Bearings, which I was kind of thinking that they would or wouldn't. Not too entirely sure. They already have a clear body for the truck. Let's go back to the accessories real quick. Get a light kit. Who cares? This isn't Canadian. I'm not going to convert it to USD. It'll be a bit cheaper, but we all know it doesn't matter what this says. If we want it, we're going to end up buying it anyways, regardless of the price. This is always good to have. So not a whole lot going on. Might be interested in this servo, maybe. Um, oh, this is just electronics. They already have a full suite of aluminum parts, battery tray, your steering blocks, bell crank. I normally like plastic steering components just so they help absorb some of the energy. And then that's if you like bypass the servo saver, which I feel like if you have a strong enough servo, you shouldn't have to. That body looks awesome. There's the wheelie bar that I was talking about earlier, which wasn't there. The front bumper, I feel like that already had that on there. Yeah, I was wondering why the wheelie bar was missing. They're selling it as like an extra part. I won't be getting that, but got your GTR shocks, your colored parts. Oh, so maybe it doesn't come with the differential. Um, Earlier I was thinking that it did. Maybe it was plastic, maybe so I'm not sure. Tires and wheels, a little these parts, aluminum tools and hardware. Okay, so anyways, let's put this back on US pricing so that this makes more sense. So $30 for underglow lighting, that's pretty cool. I like that a lot. Probably will get green for my one truck and then red or white for the black one that I get. 160 bucks for the servo if it's good, maybe. I still only like running reefs servos because they're strong and they're fast and they just last a super long time and they're always priced extremely well. That body looks pretty cool, but the bodies go pretty quick on these trucks anyways if you run them a lot and flip them around a lot. So I'm not gonna buy a new body just with the truck. Definitely getting these. I don't care how much they cost. 80 bucks USD. Suspension pins in, suspension pins out. To see what that's about. Anyways, I don't care how much if the pretty sure it came with the stock. Did it not come with the stock? Well, I don't want to get it too into this. This video is already almost 30 minutes long, but again, this truck's gonna be awesome for 250 bucks. You can't beat it. Sell all your old Traxxas stuff. Buy two of these. It's gonna be a super super cool truck, and I can't wait to get my hands on it.